So here's a little pointer, right? So let me read my notes so I could get to my pointer. It says, you were moving through lack of mentality. Fuck those thoughts. Fuck the deceit of illusions. It's all bullshit stories. So why not do the opposite? If you've been doing one way, why not do the opposite? Yeah, why not do the opposite? I'm not going to give examples, but why not do the opposite of what you would have done in your by being your old self? Like, these are little gems on how to switch into your new reality. Do the fucking opposite. Because if you do the opposite, I mean, the opposite is not your new reality, because possibly the opposite is like, that's not the reality, whatever it is. But doing the opposite breaks the bubbles. It pops the bubble just a little bit more, because it gives you now another path of what things arise when you did the opposite. Now I put here, and I'm gonna read it because I'm not gonna remember it. It says, yes, you should review all your beliefs to manage your thoughts, to regulate your emotions. Your subconscious can play out your actual truth, the reality you want, right? So yeah, that. Yeah, you still gotta regulate and you still gotta work, but besides that, start manifesting consciously instead of unknowingly. Like, you gonna manifest regardless. Everything, your whole outside is about you and how you feel. Everything outside is about you and how you feel. Like, so now that you consciously will manifest, you could you have the wheel, the wheel's not, the wheel, there's, you're not asleep on the wheel, like, you're awake. So if you really want to move out of, if to kick yourself out into your new place, put in the work that you know you need to do, and fuck those little bitch ass thoughts. Fuck those little bitch ass thoughts. Fuck those little bitch ass thoughts. Like, literally, when you have a thought, here's another one. When you have a thought that you didn't want to have, that you're like, now you're just fucking with me, and like, fuck your thought. Fuck that thought. Nah, that ain't it. That's not what we on. This is what we on. Like, get on track, okay? Like, come on. Some of y'all need to set some boundaries. Some of y'all need to talk to yourself in the mirror. And some of y'all need to deal with them skeletons enough to pass certain things to move to your reality. Because most of us want to go to a reality that we're already healed. How does that look like? You don't miraculously heal. You put in the motherfucking work, right? So there's some things that you have to put in the work, that you have to work on. Because it's you're gonna step into your new reality. You can't bring your bullshit in the new reality. You can't bring your baggage into this new relationship. Like, you're gonna weigh the relationship down, and then you're gonna have like insecurities in your new relationship with yourself. Hold profound that you love yourself. You gotta let some shit go. You gotta work some stuff. So fix some skeletons. Like, know why those skeletons are around. We don't need skeletons around unless they're your ancestors, unless they're your spirit guides, unless you're right a lot of time, right? And look at yourself in the mirror. Like first of all, look at yourself in the mirror. You might be surprised. You'd be like, damn, you look good as fuck. I should look at myself in the mirror more. But the whole point is, look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Be true with yourself. Like, it's hard to hear the truth and take truth sometimes, right? But if you looking in your mirror and it's you that's telling you the truth, baby, that's the hard truth. But it's you, and you telling your hard truth. Now you being hard on yourself, and you gotta change, because then you're gonna be looking in the mirror and be like, damn, I was gonna be this way, but hear me out. Talk to yourself. You're gonna have a conversation in the mirror talks, right? And then set boundaries. Set boundaries with yourself, right? Because I could tell you set boundaries with others, but ultimately set boundaries with yourself. And then you won't even set boundaries with others. Others are gonna come knowing that you have boundaries, and if they're not with that boundaries, they're gonna fucking just go. So set boundaries with yourself and be like, nah, you're not gonna allow this type of shit. You're setting boundaries that telling them you're not allowing shit. But if you set it with yourself, it's already known, and you don't need to explain stuff that is already known. Like it's already in that vibe, it's in that energy. So set boundaries. So yeah, so shifting to your new realities. Fuck those thoughts, and really dig deep on if those beliefs are yours. You know, that whole fucking work. I'm not even gonna get into it all over again, right? But when you're moving through a lack mentality, you're always gonna feel lack. Do the opposite and move with the abundance mentality. You're always gonna get abundance. Or your perspective is gonna change, and you're gonna see you had abundance around the whole time. You have abundance of water, you have an abundance of words, you have an abundance of spirit, you have an abundance of energy, you have an abundance of fire, desire, you have an abundance of love, you have an abundance of, come on, man. And that's not even a percentage of your list. It's not even a percentage of your list. I advise you, make a list of all your gratefulness and your abundance. So when you have that mentality, you're working through that mentality of lack, pull that motherfucking list out. Pull that motherfucking list out. That reminder, make it a reminder. And be like, oh no, I have abundance of this. How could I have all this abundance and have room for lack? Come on. We're changing. So, you want to shift your reality? Pointers. Do the opposite. If you don't know how to act in your new reality, just do the opposite of your current, so I could move you to wherever and pop that bubble, and oh my god, opposite, or destructed everything. But you know what, you're gonna land where you're gonna land. You're gonna land where you're gonna land. If you trust where you're gonna land, that's you. You're moving somewhere. Remember, with intention gives energy a place to go. Your intention is to be in this new reality. And that is where the energy, when you pop that bubble, doing the opposite, it's going to pop the bubble and it's going to disrupt everything. But that energy is going to find everything and it's going to land where it's going. But it needs to find its way. So with your intention on what your reality is, just do the opposite. Worst comes to worst, do the opposite and let that energy do its work. Let the energy do its work. And all you have to do is do your work and trust.